going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, by the title and thumbnail of this video, you already know what we're doing. So I'm pretty excited about this. It's been, a little bit coming. Obviously, I've had to be a little bit patient since the new marker lights and turn signal lights came in from zLEDs. But today's a good day. So I was talking with, let's see, I'm just gonna, Samuel, I believe is the guy's name, from zLEDs. I was talking with Sam, and he was telling me that there are basically two main options to switching over the Mark IIIs or any old car, particularly to LEDs. You either have to wire in a resistor, or you get yourself a new flasher module specifically made to run LEDs. So I managed to do a little bit of research, and I couldn't come up with anything, so I turned to Facebook. And one of the groups that I'm involved with, I had answers within minutes. Hey, I think this might work, try this one. I just use resistors, blah, blah, blah. So I ended up going with this. And I've got it right here in front of me. I haven't opened the box yet, so let's go ahead and let's unbox it. Okay, so I've got this turned specifically so you can't see the address, but let's go ahead and slide this puppy open, shall we? And again, I did get this from Super Bright LED. Whoops. I did get this from Super Bright LEDs. Okay, so there's what you're looking for. The CF13GL02 3-pin. I really hope this works, otherwise I'm going to have to go try to find some resistors and return this. So I was told this works for the Mark III Supras. It should. 3-pin. Ran me about $10, but I had it rushed shipped here for this video specifically. I didn't want to have to wait much longer than I had to, so I did get it shipped here very quickly, and I definitely paid for it. Good thing they're only in Missouri, so I didn't have to, it wasn't too much extra, but let's see. Oh, I also had to go to Ace. I didn't have a soldering iron, so I know this isn't going to be the greatest, but my garage is a power up and down. So it is a, I don't have, my garage is a power up and down garage. However, I don't have a 110 outlet out there to plug in anything. Soldering iron, engine heater, nothing. So I had to go with something that was, yes, I know, battery operated, but it gets to 860, so I think that's going to be plenty for my application. The wiring on the wiring on them isn't super thick. See over here? Wiring on those isn't super thick, so I think that's gonna be okay. But definitely you're gonna want to have some good solder. I did not pick up any paste, flux paste. I don't think I need it because the wires have never been exposed, so I'm literally just, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the connectors off, from the previous lights, and using the diagram on the zLEDs website that they give you, I'm just gonna match the wires up and go from there. Oh shit, I didn't get electrical tape. Fuck, I have to go back. Damn it. Oh well. I'll do that later today off camera, but just know that you're definitely going to want to probably wrap these connections up with electrical tape. But yeah, without further ado, guys, provided I don't go anywhere else because I forgot anything else, I'm going to do a little bit more research to see what's going to be the best way to waterproof those wires. And then I will get back to you shortly, and we'll resume this video out in the garage, start to take everything apart. Alright, so here we are out at the car. So I've already got some tools in here, you know. There's the new flasher. Let's see. What do I need? Okay, so probably the easiest way to do this is to probably disconnect this from the LED housing, you know, to avoid extra work. So let me kind of walk you guys through what I've already done. So normally this is how your car is going to look. Take out that bolt and this bolt. This comes out, and then just kind of start undoing the wiring. So pull this out of these little plastic fingers here. You can leave this connected. Untwist your plug from here and take it out of the little hole using a pair of pliers. Gently pull it out, and then you'll have just a little clip right here on top, and that should pull right out, leaving this. So what I'm gonna do is I'm literally just gonna take my wire cutters. Let me put this piece down. I'm gonna take my wire cutters and just clip off, you know, about an inch or so. That way I've still got a good reference point here. Clip these off, and I'll start soldering and piecing together this. I'm still waiting on zLEDs to get back to me. I did have a question as far as the parking lights, because there is a normal DRL parking light that is just on when it's on, and then when you flip the headlights up, then those will dim and be with headlights. So they're not as bright. So I'm needing to ask him if they both get wired in to the same wire, since there's only 3 here, or if I got to dig back to there to try to find a 4th wire to connect it to. I'm thinking I'm just going to connect it both to the signal wire right here, which is green. Obviously my white with the black stripe here is ground, and green with the yellow stripe on this side is the indicator. So using the diagram on the reference diagram that they give you on the website, and I should leave a link down to that below, or I'll just put a picture of it on the screen in editing. These will all get connected like that, and then in theory, once that's all done, just plug this back into the light, remount the headlight assembly, bolt, and you should be good to go. So I'm gonna wait for his reply, and I'll get back to you guys very shortly. Okay, so while I wait for Mr. Sam to reply, here's that connector I was talking about. It's right in there. I just cut it off with my wire strippers here, and don't mind this. I don't recommend using this one. If you're gonna be doing any soldering, you definitely want to get one with a little bit higher wattage. This one does not. I mean, it heats up to the right temperature and it melts the solder just fine. However, it just doesn't have enough power to do like what you normally would and heat both wires up at the same time and then just smother them in solder to get kind of like this very smooth looking joint. So what I'm gonna do actually is, and this isn't the right wire, but well, okay, well this is, but I'm just gonna kind of hold it here, put a little more solder on my soldering iron, and then just kind of melt those two together. And I've got some heat shrink, but I don't have any like a lighter or something to melt it with. So what I am going to use instead is some liquid electrical tape, and that'll take probably about 24 hours to fully cure. So, but so far so good. Just gotta finish tinning the ends of these wires, and then I can start plugging. I can plug these two wires in here, and then wait for sure to figure out what to do with this red one. Like I said, I'm still waiting on a reply from zLEDs, so I want to make sure I'm doing this right and doing it as best as I can. But yeah, so far so good. I'm gonna go ahead and melt these two together and connect them to their corresponding, or I'm going to go ahead and connect these two wires here to their corresponding wires, green to green, and then green with yellow stripe to yellow for the right side of the car, the passenger side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will probably go ahead and start working on the driver's side, but so far so good. Okay, so to show you guys kind of what I did here, I got this other side, and I did get a response as to what to do with this, and I'll explain that in a minute. But my solder joints here aren't the best. Obviously this guy here is a bit underpowered, so you only get, you know, a few seconds of actual heat to apply to the wire to be able to apply the solder properly. And if you just leave it on there to heat the wires up like you normally would from the back, like you're supposed to, and then apply your solder on the top and let it fill the a gapping, I guess you could say, between the wires, that does not work. So what I did was I just tinned the wires individually a little bit, straightened them out, tinned them, and then held the wires together with one hand, and then just kind of applied solder between them. There, you can kind of see on this one a little better. One wire is next to this one, and then I just soldered in between them to hold it. So my solder joints are not the best. Obviously, if you do this with a higher powered soldering iron, you're going to get a lot better results than these. But just to recap, green with black line goes to yellow, and this is driver's side. White with black line goes to your ground, the black wire, and green to green. Now this red wire is for the low beam. So if you want your I don't have one there in the car, but if you want the I guess you could say the DRL LEDs to dim when you pop the headlights up, then this wire would need to get tapped into the 12-volt low beam in the headlight harness that plugs into the headlight. But I'm not going to do that. He did say it is optional if you want to do that. I'm not going to for this because I do like the brighter look. However, if you want to plug it in, you can. I'm sure that's pretty easy. I've already converted these to LED headlights, and they're a pain to take out and put back in. If you've seen my videos on those, you know how bad those were. So same on this side. White with black stripe goes to your ground. Green to green, and don't mind the little red markings up here. That's has nothing to do with color. And then green with yellow stripe here on top goes to yellow. Same with this red wire. Plug it into your 12-volt high or the low beam to get it to dim. However, I'm not going to do that. And rather than shrink wrap these since they're so big, I'm opting to just use this. Basically, it's liquid rubber. But what it's actually called is, let me stick my soldering iron here back in its case. That's the wrong way, but I'm just going to leave that for now. Liquid electrical tape. So, I mean, if you can hear that, it's literally like it's literally just a little bit like a liquid rubber. And let me just twist this off so you guys can kind of see it here. But yeah, it's literally just kind of like not a paste, but it is pretty runny. So what I'm going to do with this, is, and be very careful, I'm only doing this one-handed. Not a good idea. But just apply a little. Make sure you get a good coating, and it does cure relatively fast, I would say in about 5 minutes. However, probably for something like this, if you're taking this route, you will want to apply more than one coat, and you can do that in 5-minute increments. I'm being very careful here because my paint, this green wire is a bit close for my comfort, so I'm going to try to pull it out, straighten it if I can. However, I don't think that's going to work too well. There we go. Now obviously this, like I said, is not going to be the best. If you're using proper tools, yours will look a lot better than this. Oh, shoot. I just dripped a little. Thank God my garage doesn't seal all the way, and I have these leaves that I can just skadoosh, scoop up excess, and just plop it outside. But that there is essentially what you're going for. So obviously off camera I'm gonna be able to hold these with one hand, you know, and coat it entirely with the other, but gives you a general idea. I applied this, you know, a few minutes ago before I started recording, and it's already, as you can see, it's already pretty good. It does stay flexible, so I'm going to probably apply a couple more, at least another coat, maybe two to these. Obviously the backs are not fully coated yet, but that does not matter at this point. All that matters is that you guys get, well, all that really matters is that you guys get what I'm doing and can kind of replicate it to your ability. Obviously mine would be a little better. I was going to use a regular soldering iron, but obviously, like I said, I have a garage door opener and a power, but no household outlet, 110 outlet. So I'm opting to just do this. And I'm going to go ahead and coat these real quick, and by the time I get these done, I'll probably go back over there and coat the back side, and I will resume with you guys here in just a split second. Okay, so while those are curing, Next part of this install is probably, arguably, going to be the toughest part. So up underneath the driver footwell here, kind of tucked back off up in here. Let's see if I can get the camera back. There we go. So that little black box right there, you touch it. This guy right here, that is what you're going to need to pull out and replace with the module that I bought online. So, shit. I don't even know if these pliers are going to work. Oh, goodness. Yeah. I may have to try to get this off camera, which is going to suck because I really was hoping it would just pop right out. But there, you can see it says flasher. That's what you got to pull out. And we're going to replace it. Oh, that's my finger. Replace it with this guy. So, I'm going to try to pull that out, and so I'm going to try to pull that out, and this is not going to be fun. Talk to you guys in a second. Okay, 25 seconds later, literally I just pulled it out. So, give you guys a reference. Well, it's sitting in its outlet just like this. What you want to do is, I've got the third pedal, the good one, so it was a little bit tougher for me, but I just used this pair of pliers and made sure that it was the ratcheting part here was on its further outest, or its outest setting. Just grabbed it like that and just pulled straight, and it came out with a little easier than I thought it would. So that being said, alright, sorry guys, I had to talk to my neighbor, but hold on. Yeah, he's leaving, but older guy, he's super nice. So this is what the new one is, and I've lined it up to be the same. I was able to take this off, and here's, I think I've already showed you guys this, but here's what's puzzling. So you take it off, it's a 4-prong, but with this on it, it converts it, and it's, I don't know if that other one is just supposed to, like, this little piece here is just supposed to help hold that or in place or what, but pulled it out like this. So I'm going to install the new one same way. Let's see. Yep, it goes down. Yeah. So I'm going to install the new one just like this. I cannot actually see. Oh. Yeah, I can't see a damn thing. Okay, well, but yes, this is how it's going to go in. It looks like. So, left, right, and bottom is where you want the prongs. So I'm going to go ahead and try to do this, and might try to snake myself into this car a little better. I'll see you guys in a second. Okay, so I believe I just got it plugged in there, And as you can see now, the lettering is at the bottom instead of over on this side. But that should be okay. So, I did push on it, and I think I've got it. So now, final thing I'm going to do. I guess is just put these back together. Guys, I am so sorry, but I already know what these look like, and oh my god, big shout out to zLEDs. Oh, dude, this is, so they're in. They are in. And I know what you guys are thinking. Turn it on, I want to see them. So, hold up. Looks like I still have the flash on, but that's okay. You don't really need to see it. But so, car's not on. Switch here is off. I want you guys to see what this looks like. So, obviously, they will be dimmer if you don't have the vehicle running, but okay, turn that off, do this. Can't tell, but I just flipped the switch here. Not all the way up, but just below headlights. They're on, but they're dim. Now, if you start the vehicle, if the vehicle's running, like it normally would be, quite a bit brighter. So, zLEDs, you knocked it out of the park. I don't know how well you can hear me because of the car, but I know you can hear me in here. zLEDs, you guys knocked it out of the park. Wait, it's my neighbor. Mixture.
No, it was little.
No. This was the last box. The small package you gave me was a new, here, I'll show you. It was literally just a new relay that I had to switch out.
I don't see them like this very often.
No. The new Audis have them on the SUVs. This is what you gave me. That's the one that I pulled out of the car.
You're lucky you got it. It's from Japan.
Well, this is the one that was in the car from stock.
Oh.
I bought a replacement that was $10 that goes in so you can run these like normal. Otherwise, have you ever seen a vehicle that's got like the blinkers blink really fast?
Oh, yeah.
That's usually because LEDs don't take as much power as a halogen bulb.
Oh, wow.
You can just do one indicator if you're turning. And it, yep.
Cool, Noah.
Thank you.
Are you glad you can do it yourself, too? At night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
no.
God. Alright, guys. So, that was my neighbor. She lives right below me. Really nice older lady. Alright, guys. So, I'm just going to end this video right here in the car. I am thoroughly impressed. zLEDs, you knocked it out of the park. If I had to make, I know in our DMs back and forth, you had wanted me to, maybe make a suggestion as to a way to make them a little easier to install. I only came up with one thing and one thing only. Let me show you. So, when you're taking what would be the stock ones off, rather than cut this connector off, if you're able to, and I can ship this to you if you need it, try to find a good a plug that'll fit it as like a replacement, but you've got 3 out of your 4 wires needed to connect this up. So that's really the only thing that I can think of that would make this, you know, super easy. God, what's the word? Even an idiot could do it. But if you can find this plug and get a bunch of them and pin them to what would be this, and I can ship you. I've got now this set and my old yellow set that came stock with the car just sitting. So if you need me to ship you, well, I guess I could just send you the harness. I wouldn't have to ship you the housing. But if you want, I'll probably talk to you in the DMs about this too. But in case you don't see that and you see the video first, if you can pin this connector to plug right into this, so then all someone has to do is pull out the plug here instead of cut this connector off, leave it attached, and then just, if you can get a second plug here, I guess it would be the female end, leave this connected to the car, not have to cut these wires and do any soldering whatsoever. Just leave this connected, let your new ones come with this plug on it, and trade them out. You know, unplug one, plug in the other, and do the 4th wire up into the low beam. That's it. That's easy install. That's the only way I can think of that would make this a little bit easier. Other than that, you made it super easy. I gotta give you props for that one. So, pat on the back. Pat yourself on the back. That's thoroughly impressive. I love your connector right there. I love it. It feels sturdy, you know, and like it's gonna last a little while. It's watertight. I did it with the wrong tools, obviously, so it took me a little longer. I actually started filming this video yesterday, and I would have probably made it alright, but the sun went down and I couldn't. It was getting close to not being able to see. So, but other than that, and I still got to get these installed, but I might hold off on that for now, at least until spring maybe. But job well done. Job well done. So, other than that, I love them. I freaking love them. Again, zLEDs, thank you for all the help in DMs. I know I've not contacted you in the warning I get on Instagram, but thank you for applying anyway. You've been a big help, and I love these lights. So, without further ado, thank you guys so much for watching. I couldn't be, I'm speechless. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. I want to go drive the car, but it's still a little chilly out, so I might wait a little bit for it to warm up and then I'll do it. But that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, click that subscribe button down below. I got more to come. I'm already eyeing another zLEDs project that he's working on right now. Hopefully, when those come out, I'm gonna get myself a set. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the zLEDs. New indicator / marker lights up front. I probably won't get this video uploaded today. It's currently Monday the 28th, right after Thanksgiving. I took Monday and Tuesday off of work so I could work on these, and just for a break from work because I've worked my butt off. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'll probably be popping up pictures of what they look like here in the dark in editing, so let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and if you share my thinking on if they look cool, you know, if seeing a pair installed has persuaded you guys to pick some up for yourself. Personally, I love them. They're not the brightest right now, however, that is in broad daylight. They're not probably going to look the greatest, at least for now, but I'll take some pictures at night and show you guys what they look like. But thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate it. All the support. I've made a pretty good jump in subscribers lately. Let's keep that going. Pass me along to your friends. Windstream truck passing by. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.